You had plenty money until 22. The letter the women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right, huh? Like some other men do. Get out of here and get me some money too. You're sitting down and wondering what it's all about. You ain't got the money.
I want to show this relatively recent mix with quite low degree of compression, and you get what you hear kind of mix. But for once I had the opportunity to hear and set the sound before they started the concert, because they didn't rehearse this as a band before, and it's all live for them as well. So it's you can hear the spontaneity in the recording, and I appreciate that. I like it very much. And there's also another element in this I want to discuss, because for the first time I used AI to help me through this on this particular song, and I did the mix quite similar to what you hear now, but I threw it to this new mastering system in Logic, and it told me immediately that, you need to do this and that, but it did not correct things. I had to go back to the main recording and correct it was too much bass, etc. Not much, but a little bit. So that, and I used the smart EQ from Sonimal on the upright bass. Immediately the smart EQ 3 has a setting for it's called contrabass, and I thought I had a monstrously good bass sound, and I drove through this and analyzed it, and it came out to this sound here. It just took off some edges and made more attack. It took basically away what I put on, and for me that was, oh wow, that's an eye-opener, because usually you try to do it neutral. I don't use much EQ after I recorded, and I don't use too much of anything actually. But this one on the bass made me think kind of more like when I only mic the bass. Very, very strange. So I thought, well, I have to go back and correct this and see what's in the mix actually. There was nothing in the mix. The bass came directly into the DM3, and I had to go back and check on the DM3 what did I do there. And don't forget, the PA is, I'm talking about that, I had to roll off 3 dB on each sub. But don't forget, you have to tune the PA. You have to measure the PA and get the right balance frequency-wise. And sometimes it's easy to take off just a little bit bass in the system. Because the guy I borrowed it from, I'm very appreciative to that. He usually uses for another purpose. He don't do. There are electric things involved and things like that, so he probably need that kind of low end. But in a church, it didn't fit the room, so I was actually positively surprised about this Bose speak system. Will I buy it? Well, no, I don't think so. And well, it's the column thing fascinates me a little bit. As long as the audience sits down, it's completely, I would say, almost unbeatable, because it's not visible. But when people start standing up, I can see some problems occurring. But well, it's super easy system to carry around and set up, and that's not to be said about all PA systems, but well, would I buy it? I have to conclude it's worth consideration, and it depends on what kind of jobs you do, of course. So please don't. I have one small one which Edith use live. She's the singer here, by the way, and Lorenzo Nardocci is the pianist. Roger Williamson, the bass player. Eirik Savella plays guitar. I think they are brilliant, good musicians, all of them. So I feel fortunate to work with this kind of guys. And we use this small JBL Eon Pro, I think it's called. It's set up in seconds, so as long as you don't try to play Metallica kind of things on it. So for jazz and acoustic music, it's very good systems. So we are, I've seen a lot of things on the internet, and it's mostly DJs. They're talking about this and that shit, and that's okay, blah, blah, blah. If you're doing sound, like doing bands and things, don't listen to the DJs. They are only concerned about how much bass you can pump out of a thing, and yeah, everything that's red is okay. And we are not in the same ballpark here. So we are not DJs, and we do not have that kind of audience. And I think they mostly do weddings and things like that. Nothing wrong with it. But it's a little confusing for people that really needs live systems. Don't buy that because this says that, and blah, blah, blah. Make up your own mind and see what's most convenient for you. All I can say, this worked perfectly. I don't remember exactly the numbers of this system, but it was 2, one on each side. And it was the second biggest configuration. I think they have one very big one, and you absolutely do not need the biggest one with 2 basses. I heard this system, and it was only one, but it was phenomenal. And there are some limitations because I didn't like the bass and things like that. And but check out JBL makes. I'm a JBL fan myself, so I like the way it plays. Yamaha makes this kind of system. Electrovoice makes this kind of system. There are a lot of things to work to. RCF is very good, I know that. I heard it. But the ease of transport and the weight of this was, compared to cost, some people think it's very expensive. I think it's actually quite cheap for that kind of sound. So, again, this system kicks a little bit above its weight. You have to get used to both sound and correct accordingly, and there is a few quirks. It turns off automatically, and after, it's never a problem on a concert. It takes a while before it does that, but if you leave it and come back, then it has to start up again. I was told it did that, so maybe. But back to the recording, I think it sounds, in my ears, in my speaker system, phenomenally good. And now I'm gonna play the whole piece for you so you can enjoy it. And as usual, you know what to do. Pick it up and go out and record.
You had plenty money until 22. The letter the women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right, huh? Like some other men do. Get out of here and get me some money too. You're sitting down and wondering what it's all about. You why don't you do right, huh? Like some other men do. Get out of here and get me some money too. Please do that. For 20 years ago, you wouldn't be wandering now from door to door. Why don't you do right now, like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. I feel for you driving and I took you in. Offer me a drink of gin. Why don't you do right, huh? Like some other men do? Get out of here. Got me some money too. 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 Get out of here, get me some money too. Yeah. Veldig morsom sang. Hørte den med begge liv først.